All right, so you might be kind of familiar with the minor pentatonic scale. We've covered it a couple times on the channel. If I'm in the key of G, it looks like this. Right, pretty basic. There's another thing called the major pentatonic scale, which you may or may not have tried before. It's a little bit of a more complicated shape, much like its minor counterpart. The first note that you play is going to be the key. So here it is in G. It looks like this. Okay, so the way I'm doing that is 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5. So that's the major shape. Now, there's one thing that's really interesting about this. So this is 2 of the pentatonic shapes that we've looked at now. There are 3 others. They are connected to one another. So you can use both of those shapes in the same song or the same context, if you will. Let me explain that a little bit further. So this is an F sharp minor pentatonic, okay? Same shape as the G. Right? And we know it's F sharp because it starts in F sharp. Now, this is the really cool thing about that. So if I go to the second note, which is 3 frets or a step and a half higher, and I start the major scale here, so as if I'm playing like the major scale in A, I am playing also an F sharp minor, so minor pentatonic scale. So you can use both of those shapes playing in context of whatever kind of song you're playing. So if I am like, let's say I'm in the key of A major, okay? So we can do it backwards. It looks like this. This is just the major scale starting in A. Well, if I go back 3 frets, okay, play the minor scale, F sharp minor scale. This is also an A major scale, right? So remember that they connect, that and they can be, depending on what root notes or depending on how you resolve, that's what key you're technically playing in. So if I'm in the key of, let's say I'm in the key of A, so like Lynyrd Skynyrd's Tuesday's Gone with the Wind. Right? So I'm playing those chords. How are they, why is it that that first lick goes? Right? The reason is because I'm playing in an F sharp minor pentatonic. But in this context, it's an A major. Right? So that means that playing over those same chords, you can also move to that major box that we just looked at. So again, I'm just playing notes that are within those boxes. Another really cool stylistic thing that a lot of country and blues players will do is when they are in this major box, so I'm doing it in A. Okay, sometimes they'll slip out of that and they'll do like minor licks in between. So here's kind of what that might sound like. So we've got our rhythm and I'm doing this. I might grab this. So I'm playing some minor licks that would look like this context, and you can slip in and out of them. Basically, is kind of what I'm showing you. You've seen like the Black Crowes do it before. So like the Hard to Handle solo, it does this. So it starts out like in a major B. This is a minor style, that big bend right there, but it fits the context because of the theory behind it. So feel free to kind of mess with going in and out between major and minor, but just remember that there's a 3-fret gap, if you will, between the major and minor pentatonic shapes, but you can use the same shape. This has been a quick guitar tip from Stringed Arizona. Make sure to master those major and minor pentatonic shapes up and down the fretboard. And just being able to do that, you can cover up a whole bunch of real estate. Also, don't forget, everything repeats after the 12th fret. So if you can play like in the key of G, you can do that here. So don't be afraid to move up and down past that 12th fret for additional nuances to your playing. Have fun with it, have a happy new year, and make sure to hit like and subscribe.